Yes, and good day, everyone. I just wish to Sanka, so have a heart. It is Polymac Particles coming at you on a Roby Tuesday. We're all disciplined today, and we're robed up at the beginning of the show. There's been a lot of shows where I got to run off and retrieve the robe mid-show. Today, I'm ready to rock. Creative Tony's ready to rock in his very jungle, lush, kind of tropical setting. You see him in today. Creative Tony, I like the white robe. It pops. It pops against the green wildlife you've got behind you there, and shout out to the big parrot above your head as well.
Dude, I mean, by the way, we're on location here at the Flamingo Hotel in Santa Rosa. We were gonna go, my kids are on spring break, dude. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go to Tahoe, but then kids are like, it's too cold, don't want to go up there. So we're at last minute. We're one of our friends, the Lynch family from Alameda. They're on spring break as well. So we said, let's go to the Flamingo, hang out, dude. This place rules. It feels like you're way far away than the Bay Area. And
let me stop you right there, Tony, because already I have to keep the tradition alive on Polymac Particles. Anytime I hear a famous last name, I got to follow through just to make sure. You never know. You'll never know if you don't ask. Like John Joseph, are you the singer in the Cro-Mag? Stuff like that. We had this other guy, Fry, on last night. I was like, any relation to Glenn? Here's my question for you. You're vacationing with the Lynch family. Any connection to John Lynch, 49er GM, about to make his draft picks? Any relation? Because I got some Niner questions if there is a connection.
No, dude, they couldn't be further because Pierce, the namesake Pierce Lynch, is actually an Irishman with a nice, thick Irish accent. And
here you come again. Now, the only Pierce I've ever heard of in my entire effing life was Pierce Holt of the San Francisco 49ers, wearing number 78 proudly with the tinted visor. Any relation to Pierce Holt? I got Lynch, I got Holt, and no, nothing. Okay, I'm trying.
0 for 2. But I asked the place, I say, can I just use one of your conference rooms? They said, well, they're all booked today. So they said, you know what you can do? You can go into the restaurant and you can ask to use Fernando's Hideaway. So I'm in which is like a banquet room that you can rent out. That's called Fernando's Hideaway. And yes. And by the way, Aaron Kask asked if I was on the set of White Lotus. Dude.
Yeah, no, not bad. And where's the girl with the buck teeth? We'll get into that in a second. Tony, couple quick follow-ups with my great listeners on the comments line. Shout out Nikki DiFrancesco, Don Peralta, Rags from New Jersey, John Joseph. I love the Cro-Mags too. I got roughed up at a Cro-Mag show, John. We'll talk about that later. NorCal Refrigeration, I did in Boston. I got my ass kicked all night. I was in front of the stage. I didn't know. It was a bad rookie mistake, dude. You know what's so funny, Tony? We talked yesterday about walking these people that go up to the rail at dead shows and fish shows. Bro, I went to a Cro-Mags show at a club in Boston in 1986. I went to a place called The Channel. And I go walking in, dude. Yeah, it was right on the water. It was a really cool place. A lot of punk shows in there. And and Motorhead was headlining. And I walk in so early, there was nobody around. They go, I'm going right up to the stage. Whee! And I'm sitting there. And then the Cro-Mags come on, bro. It was like a atom bomb went off in the audience, bro. I was on the ground in 3 seconds. Anyway, also want to shout out Folsom Steve. Folsom Steve wanted me to follow up with another great question, brother. Okay, if there's no relation to John Lynch, Tony, is there any connection to George Lynch, lead guitar player in Dokken? Dokken rhymes with rock. I'm asking. Yeah.
There's definitely a bigger possibility of being related to George Lynch than there is John Lynch. And by the way, totally side note, but I did a dive into the 49er draft prep today, and I'm like,
yes.
Nobody knows what they're gonna do. I mean,
nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing about nothing in 49er land. It's very mysterious right now. It's quiet before the storm, if you will, with NFL draft just less than 3 days away now. Yeah,
11 picks right between the first and the 7th round, and they have one pick on one pick Thursday, one pick Friday. They're talking about taking a DB from Michigan. They're talking about taking an O lineman from Texas. They're talking about taking a D lineman from Texas A&M, talking about taking a D tackle from Ole Miss. It's like, dude, it's all over the freaking map. Then they're talking about trading down, but nobody wants to trade up. And it's like, dude, it sounds like a total shit show, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, pause that right there. I like where your head's at. They're all over the place. I like the whole way you delivered that news. I want an edge rusher to compliment Nick Bosa. By the way, everyone's jumping up and down about Nick Bosa being the premier pass rusher in the NFL. Well, look at his numbers last year, dude. Not a great year for Nick Bosa. I'm just throwing it out there gently. I love the guy too, but I want more. I need more from Nick Bosa. And if you got to bring somebody in opposite him on the other edge to put some more pressure on and free him up, then do that. Do that with the draft. But Tony, we got to do. Okay, you got something. What?
And then we're going to get to Los, and we have a special presentation for Los. But
Okay.
dude, you talked about you said I want more, and it just makes me think of on Suicidal Tendencies' first record, the song "I Want More." You want to go to Golden Arches? I want more. Like, dude, the whole song. First of all, just check out the whole first album by Suicidal Tendencies. I didn't realize it, Paulie, but we both talk about them a lot, and I think it's because there's such a monumental piece of my musical fandom from when I was a very impressionable young kid. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, Suicidal, and not to mention they've got connections to Metallica now because Robert Trujillo came from Suicidal, and I told you they're on the bill at Levi's, dude, and you're going to see the Mike Muir-Vicky dynamic in full swing. It's amazing to watch. He becomes like a little pacified, like puppy dog around Vicky. It's really cool.
Dude,
you're going to get to see. I know, and he's like a scary guy, but around Vicky, he's a little lapdog. It's really cute. All right. I want to talk about Los D and Flex Funding. Yeah. This is my main man, Carlos De La Fuente. He's been helping out our audience. He's been helping out people like Renelle Brooks Moon's mom do a reverse mortgage, a few years back. His name is Carlos. We call him Los D on the streets and in the audience as well. And he is a mortgage broker and a mortgage lender. And if you've got questions about how you can fix and flip, that as Creative Tony likes to talk about, your fix and flips, he's also specializes in HELOC loans. That is one of the things he really offers his specialty services on. So, and that's a home equity line of credit. Should you find yourself in need of something like that, Carlos is the guy to talk to. Straight up. He has 26 years of experience in the business. He is a San Francisco native. He cares passionately about the Bay, which means a lot to Tony and myself because we do as well. Yep. And because I like guys from here that care about here. You know what I mean? Like when I see tech bros like leaving their trash at Dolores Park and stuff, it bums me out because we would never do that as real San Francisco people. You got to clean. You got to keep the scene clean. So Carlos is one of these guys, man. He's with us. He loves San Francisco. He protects San Francisco, and he also wants to give you a better financial reality. So if you're having money problems, if you need a loan, you can talk to Carlos about that too. And I mentioned this last week, and I want to kind of reiterate this, Tony, that one of the great things about Carlos is you can have a conversation. You can give him a call, 925-250-4894. Carlos at MyFlex Now. All the contact info is up on the screen. But if you're listening on Spotify without the visual, hit him up, Carlos at myflexnow.com. Shoot him an email. He'll get back to you. I was going to say this about Carlos, and this is something that you really can't even put a price tag on. The fact that he's got so much integrity, if he talks to a potential client and then he determines that it's really not the right time for that client to really be making moves like this, he will say that. He's not just blindly looking to reel in business to prop up his own portfolio. He's out for your best interest, and that that's beyond value because there's a lot of shysters out there. And Carlos, if he thinks it ain't the right time, he's going to say as much, Tony. And I think that is also a very, very valuable asset of Los D.
Well, there's also an organic nature about Carlos too. Like, first of all, the two of you met organically. It wasn't like a cold call that you guys met in the East Bay. I can't remember the name of the bar.
Let me tell you about it right now, Tony. When I was at KMBR, I was doing ads for a really good barbecue joint called Sauced. It was really good. There was one up in Petaluma, and there was one in Walnut Creek. And there was an event I had. It was like, it might have been like a Giants watch party, something like that. It was like a weekend, Saturday afternoon. I remember Patty from Napa was there with her whole crew. And that's when I met Los D. We just hit it off right away. Yeah.
Dude, I just think of that when that kind of organic relationship happens, it shows it's the genuine beginning, right? It was a genuine beginning. And now we're partners and it's the best. And dude, Los, I kind of look at him as like a one-stop shop, dude. If you have any kind of questions, present them to Los and he will try to figure something out for you. That's what we love about him. And he's so genuine. He's a kind, respectful person. He wants to win and he wants you to win. So it's it's all about the win-win. So I don't know. Just go to Los, dude, because Paulie, I promise you, I'm going to end up going to Los. I meant to tell Los this on the side, but I'll tell him it now.
Tell him now.
My Easter two family members asking me for his contact info because they want to get involved. They want to figure out some stuff. So they're going to contact you, Los. And, there's short Italians, there's feisty, there's spicy, but you can figure it out with them. But anyway.
lot of passion with the Italian people, Tony. That's why we celebrate the paisans on the Polymac Particle community. We're very proud of the Italians. Tony, I also want to say about Los D that he is licensed throughout the entire state of California. So even if you're listening, because I know we do have listeners that are up in Humboldt, for example. We've got listeners down in Los Angeles. Shout out Jeff Winkler. And I got to tell you that he will take care of you. So don't get spooked if you're like, well, I'm all the way up here in Santa Rosa. Guess what? He'll cover you from Santa Rosa, Tony, to Santa Barbara. Give me a couple. Yeah, go ahead.
From Dominguez Hills to Danville.
Dude, you know what? I want to give you some love. The Grateful Dead used to play Cal State Dominguez Hills back in the day. Good for you. Yeah, Cal State Dominguez Hills. Tony, from Chico to Pismo. How's that?
Beautiful.
Okay. One more. Give me one more good one.
Well, I like to say Mendocino to Monterey. I'm going to stick with that. But since I'm in the Flamingo, from the Flamingo Hotel in Santa Rosa to Firebaugh, California, the home of John Allen. Okay.
Let me try one last one. I'm going to try something different this time. As Carlos, again, is licensed throughout the entire state. I'm going to use like landmarks now. Famous social club out in the, I forget the exact neighborhood. Tony will tell you in 2 seconds. Tony, from the Philosophers Club to Trader Sam's. Okay. Yeah. We're good. Yeah.
And Los himself just chimed in and says from Encino to Emeryville.
Yeah,
Los,
man.
Hey, by the way, Paulie, we love to celebrate music here on the show.
We do.
And we love to celebrate the PMP Army here on the show.
We do.
And when those worlds collide, we have to celebrate it.
Worlds are colliding, Jerry. Worlds are colliding. Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of Seinfeld lately, by the way.
There's never too much. It still works. That's one of those shows. You know what's incredible about Seinfeld now that we're in the year 2025? It's effing nuts that show has not lost its fastball.
No.
Like kids today dig the show. It's like a rare item that has transcended the generations. Because now, like sometimes you watch old shows and you're like, wow, that looks really dated. And some of the fashion looks dated, but the content, the comedy, the writing is so sharp that I'm not surprised. No, it still works, dude. It still works.
And I got a taste of, I think it was late season 5, and it's the shrinkage episode, and then the opposite George, where he is
the opposite. Yeah.
Opposite George is incredible. But dude, we have a musical celebration of Los created by the creator of the Hans Lufa song, which is NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, aka David. And Dom and David got their heads together, and can I just present you?
Yeah, I haven't heard this yet. Los D, this is for me and you. I have not heard this yet. So all of us together.
Yeah,
give me a taste.
This is called Give Us the Los. Stand by.
Give us the Los. 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 Give us the Los.
I got takes.
What loan would you like?
What loan would you like, dude? Come on.
Ooh! Bap, 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 bap. Give me those horns. Give me the horns again. Here they come. No, I missed them. Okay.
Give us the Los.
Wow. Breaking off a Wawa. Okay. Bring it down. Okay. Hey, first of all, HVAC, you are incredible, brother. That sounds great. I was going to say the beginning kind of had me in like a Devo headspace. Give us the Los. Give us the Los. There's almost like an electronica Devo. We are not men, we are Devo vibe going. And I'm a fan. I'm a Devo fan. But I got to say, there it is again. That's very Devo. Give me that. Come on. Give us the Los. Well, listen, I hope you like it, Carlos. I love it. Yeah.
What would you like?
Dude, that's my favorite part.
What loan would you like? Yeah. No, the vocal's killer. The rhythm is killer. Great writing, great production, great guitar playing. Bravo, HVAC. Bravo. I'm going to tell you right now, pound for pound, I think we've got the most creative audience in the entire Bay Area. Like the contribution, it's out of control. You guys are now contributing to content on a regular basis. It warms my heart, man, and I appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Lily likes it. Lily Merchant says, yeah, that is great, and Los D loves it. Don Peralta loves it. Noemi loves it. She feels the Devo vibe, too. See? I feel it, too, out there. De-evolution, man. Are we not men? We are Devo. Anyway, give Carlos a loan and say, give us the loan. Give us the loan.
Well, just call us the reprise. Here we go.
Give us the Los. Give us the Los. give us the los.
Damn.
Give us the los. Give us the los. What low would you like?
Now here's the thing. All right, what low would you like? I gotta say,
then it goes into a nice thick reggae groove, man. That is.
So, Tony, here's my question from me to you, as you are the black belt guru of all things reggae. I have to check in as the grasshopper right now. What is the difference, if you could describe to me, because I don't know, and I want you to articulate this. What? Because I almost said the words, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. What's the difference between reggae music and dub music? Go.
So, in my experience, dub music is just instrumental reggae music, where like Steel Pulse has a song called Rally Round the Flag, Rally Round, and then they did a Rally Round dub version where it's just the instrumental version of that tune. And you'll have some bands that will just do dub albums, like a band from way back when called Oswald. They did a whole dub album. There was a great band of the Virgin Islands called Midnight, and they were like known as like the reggae jam band because their shows would be like 3 to 4 hours long. I saw them in Kauai at this stage called the Taro Patch. And it was like you had to walk like a mile off the beaten path into this beautiful, beautiful stage made out of bamboo. And there's these old Rastas from the Virgin Islands singing. I mean, not singing, just playing this like spacey, trancey reggae dub. And it was just like, oh my God. So yeah, that's basically how I view it, Paulie. And that's the definition that I've known. But then again, I'm not a Rasta. I'm not. Yeah.
Well, you're fine with me. And by the way, I'm getting snapples and crackles and stuff. So maybe tighten up your S over there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a couple of wires need tightening. I'm not sure. I'm getting snack, crackle, pops going. But I got to say this. You'll like this, Tony. So the Clash album, and the Clash, they were like reggae, students of reggae, punk rockers, rock and roll, rockabilly, some country flavor, and they also dabbled pretty heavily in reggae. So they got this one album, Tony. It's a triple effing record called Sandinista, not double, triple. Here's 3 records in one. So there's it's funny about that. There's a great reggae track on that album called Junko Partner. I've played it for you before, and they recorded that in Jamaica. On one of the other albums in that collection, they have a dub version of that. Like it's Junko Partner dub version. And it's all. And I noticed this too, like with the dub stuff for my ears, there's always like a lot of echo. Tons of echo, reverb, and stuff like that. Bah, 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 bah. Everything kind of echoes like that.
It's basically you go into the lab and you take the original tracks and you take out the vocals and you really space them out and you really make a spacey, trippy reggae. I mean, like there's oftentimes, or if I can't sleep, I'll put on some good dub and it'll just guide me into a nice deep slumber because it's just, I don't know. I wrote about it in my senior year of college about my thesis about how reggae is kind of like, parallel to your heartbeat, right? If you can, it's very constant. And like reggae music is actually very hard to play because you're repeating the same thing over and over. And you really got to stay locked in. And I love that because like what turned me on to being a bass player in the first place was reggae music, because being the bottom and being like the pulse and the bottom of the music, the foundation of the music. You know what I'm saying?
I love everything you're saying. Reggae music. I love everything creative Tony's saying. And again, thank you, Carlos de la Fuente. Give him a shout. He'll take care of all your love. And say, what kind of loan would you like? Ask him on the phone. You can sing it to him. He'll love that. All right, creative Tony, I want to start with some Giants baseball today. And sorry. Before Giants, just last housekeeping item. I just want to say this is going to be like an unusual week just to catch everybody up. If you're just joining us and you missed yesterday, got to make this announcement again. We're going to take tomorrow off as a getaway day because Tony's got his hands full going to Bill Graham Civic, and I'm actually flying into Vegas tomorrow. So, and I got to check in and meet my people, and also the whole day's a wash. So we're off tomorrow. We're back on Thursday, but I'm giving you like a PSA heads up warning right now. No, seriously. I mean, people, because I don't want them to be shocked when they see me. Like, there's going to be, it could get loose on Thursday. I'm just saying, because I'll have my first Sphere show. Tony's got his fish stuff going at Bill Graham Civic. By the way, Tony, before we go Giants and an NBA playoffs, any particular fish songs you want to hear? Any boxes you'd like to check? Or do you just go in like a blank slate? I don't know what your approach is.
I used to wish for things. Now I go in with a blank slate. I love, we do a fun little first song with my posse. We'll do a first song pool. Everybody puts in $1. And
Yeah.
then one person is in charge of keeping track of everybody's guesses of the first song. Whoever guesses the first song wins the pot. And then if the first song is not played, if it's not played in the second song, whoever wins, whenever that song is eventually played, that person wins the pot.
Well, let me tell you what I'm going to do for you right now. I'm going to do an unusual move. I'm going to make a prediction about a Fish song that's going to surface in these next 2 nights. And I got no business saying this at all, none, but I'm throwing it out there. And I'm going to say this is particles. I'm going to say my particles are feeling and they're fitting, they're gathering and they're forming. Yeah. And to continue the celebration of Jimmy Butler, and by the way, Tony, I've been stuffing bookmarks. We need to get in there today. I got some really cool Jimmy Butler stuff in bookmarks I want the audience to see. But because I'm in a Jimmy Butler state of mind, because Jimmy Butler might just be that missing ingredient in this recipe, this playoff recipe we're looking for. If game one's any indication, Tony, can I get your boys and Fish to give me a runaway Jim for Jimmy Butler? How do you feel about that?
Beautiful. Let's throw our energy towards that. Beautiful. They already played "Say It to Me, Santos" for Guy Santos on Sunday. Good. They played that on Sunday in Portland. So the vibes are out there. And by the way, one of the last times Fish played Bill Graham Civic was in 2014 when the Giants won the World Series against Kansas City. I went right into Bill Graham Civic after the Giants wrapped up Game 7, and it was what a glorious night. And they played "We Are the Champions," which is just
that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And they, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you if they have played Box of Rain since the night they pulled it out after Phil passed away. Has that hit the set any other time, or is that like a one and done?
No, that's a one and done. That's an ultimate salute, and the rarity of it is like that's how proud, like how meaningful it was for them to play it that one time.
I saw the version. It was really well done. I mean, it was that's not an easy song to play. There's like 87 chord changes going. It's out of control.
There would be no Fish without Grateful Dead. So that's plain and simple.
And by the way, I mirror your approach now. As a young kid, as a puppy in the scene, I was always like, "Oh, dude, I hope they play Warthread. I want a Scarlet Fire, dude. I want something epic." And now I just go and do whatever you guys want to play. Just bring it on. I'm ready for anything. Totally. So I'm with you, dude. It kind of comes with the experience. You just kind of let your guard down and say, "Let the music wash over me. I'm happy." All right, Tony. Giants baseball back in the Bay. Great to see the home creams again out there on the field. And let's talk about the kid everybody wants to talk about. Birdsong's out here mowing fools down with a very clean 3 innings, 1 hit, 4 Ks. He did have the 2 walks, but I like his whole demeanor on the hill. I dig his weird mullet that he's rocking. I love his last name. I love that you did the teaser today on Twitter and you wrote la 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 for Birdsong. That's Grateful Dead stuff. There's a Grateful Dead song called Birdsong, if you don't know. So, Tony, I feel great about Birdsong. You feel great about Birdsong. We all feel great about Birdsong. My question to you is, what do we do with this guy? Do we keep him in the pen? What are we going to do with Birdsong?
Oh, dude, I don't know what we're going to do, man, but he's got a 1.38 ERA, 4 Ks in 3 innings last night. The guy's stuff is electric, man, but he's also all about location. He's not blowing the ball by people. That's what I love about him, is that he's not crafty because he throws harder than, say, like a Kirk Reeder, and he's also right-handed, so he's different. But he has command of everything. At the moment, you can lose command. That's what's crazy about pitching, man. You can be off one day and just be like, what happened? Why is my cutter not moving at all? Why is my slider not breaking at all? Why is my fastball off by like 3-4 miles an hour? Like, pitching's weird like that. But this guy seems to have really honed in on his craft and his command. And I'm like, dude, he's sitting out there middle relief. It's like, oh boy, like. I mean, you can't right now. Everybody in the starting rotation, you can argue like against in that Angels series, they should have swept that series based on the starting pitching. So, like the Giants pitching right now is looking. And by the way, we talk about Pierce Lynch, the family that we're staying with up here, the Flamingo.
Can I get another from you? Because that sounded very good. I need another one. Go ahead. You said the Giants pitching. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Thank you. Very horse-like. I feel like I want to give you a bucket of oats or something to eat when you do that. But anyway, go ahead. Keep it coming. You were talking about the Giants starting rotation. Yes.
I was going to get to my friend Pierce Lynch because we were talking about Birdsong this morning. And he goes, by the way, do you know what Vogel means in German? And I go, no. And he goes, Bird. And he goes, so, Vogelsong, Birdsong. And now you got Birdsong on the staff. And I'm like, wow.
Oh, shit. Nice. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Vogelsong, Birdsong. Great. They got a connection. So, So anyway, I feel pretty good about the Giants being back home. Last night was a great way to kind of get the wheels back on after those three. What they do? Lost 3 or 4, I think, in their previous 4 games. So nice to see them back.
They split the road trip. They split the road trip, Paulie, which is fine against when you go into New York and Philly, and then have to go all the way across the country without a day off and play in Anaheim. I get it. They split 5-5 roadie. But dude, Wilmer, another go-ahead bomb, and then Jung-Hoo, dude. Jung.
Jung-Hoo, he's not messing around, dude. He has gone way above what I expected to see from him. Like, he's a legit ball player, this guy. Like, he really is. He seems to be able to play the game. Like, I don't know, would you call him a 5-tool guy? Seriously.
Yeah, dude, he's got it all, man. And he's healthy. And this is what we were excited to see last year, and he got hurt. So it's like, it's so nice to see him play every day, and he loves the game. You can see him playing with total joy, and he's got speed, he's got great defense, and he's a great bat. He's batting almost, what is he batting, 350? Hold on, 355. He's batting 355.
Yeah.
355. He's got in his last 7 days, 9 hits and 26 at bats, dude. And he's always thinking of the extra bag, which I love. And that's something that, like, a mindset when you're on the basis of thinking about getting that extra bag, man. Just the freaking
Speaking of extra bags, did you see Wilmer last night when he hit that ball in the right field and he took that massive turn, bro? And he had to, it was almost like a Flintstones cartoon. Like, he had to hit the brake, and he is not a very smooth looking runner, Wilmer Flores, like very kind of cardboard, like Tin Man kind of looking thing. But dude, that was like the great comedy of the night last night. It was Wilmer's turn on first. It was like in the 6th or 7th, I think. And he had to hustle back to first, dude. The whole dugout was breaking his balls. That was great to see. Anyway, Jordan Hicks on the hill tonight. Giants going at it again against the Milwaukee Brewers. Yes.
You mentioned Jordan Hicks. I mean, that might be the squeaky wheel in the rotation where the Birdsong, Hicks, maybe movement. I don't know. I mean, credit to the PMP show, because we were talking in spring. Both of us were talking about, hey, keep your eye on Birdsong. Just keep your eye on Birdsong. And then I was very just curious about Jordan Hicks, right? And dude, the guy's got powerful, commanding stuff, like just dominant stuff. But I feel like he needs to realize you can't throwing 100 doesn't. Unfortunately, it's more commonplace in baseball now than it used to be, and so hitters are catching up to 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. And it's like you can't blow by people anymore. So
that's one of the craziest things about Major League Baseball players that just never ceases to amaze me. That, like you said, Major League Baseball players can turn on 100 like it's nothing. Like they can hit that. Like, you throw 100 down the middle, they're going to hit it. Like, that blows me away, because if you've ever been anywhere near like even upper 80s, low 90s, dude, it's terrifying. Like, I was like, F that. I don't want any part of that.
Hey, if you face low to mid 90s fastballs, there is a hiss when the ball passes you, that,
like in the glove.
When you're up close and on it, that hiss is hard to put into words unless you've heard it, felt it yourself, or heard it yourself.
Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to get distracted, Tony. I saw Patty Super as well. I want to give her some love. So sorry to have to drop with 2 Ps. No problem. I'm on a run. Don't want to fall. I love the typing and running. That's amazing. Have fun in Vegas. I definitely will. We're only 2 hours away here in. What is she saying there?
Lake Havasu. That's what it is. Lake Havasu, or Lake have a few. Lake Havasu.
Nice. All right, man. Patty, thank you so much. And I will be reporting live from Vegas. I will do the shows, but I'm just telling you ahead of time, they could get a little dicey, a little sketchy. And Creative Tony, I might have dim lights. You know what I mean? I might not. It's going to be interesting, but I'll be there in some form or fashion. I will be on the mic. So I'll be reporting. And Tony, I'm going to send you footage, because I'm going to be in no condition to do any of this. I'm going to send you footage from the Sphere for you to post. For all my friends. So when I go to Vegas, I'll give you the footage. You post it, just like that. Simple teamwork.
And 2 things, Paulie. First of all, is it possible that you could do the show maybe with candles? Can you maybe find a candle in Vegas, or bring a candle with you?
So you can have
a candle on the set?
Yeah, but why? Well, I mean, I love I got candles in the house right now. You know me, dude. I'm a big candle guy. I love candles. I'm a
That's
I'm a
going to be
candle
your
head.
vibe. I feel like that's going to be your vibe and your energy for Thursday and Friday. Thursday might be a very crispy show because you're going to come off a night of carousing in Vegas, and I'm going to come off a night of fish at Bill Graham Civic.
Yeah,
and I would have been there tonight if it wasn't spring break with my kids. So I'm actually the crispy factor won't be as high for me. So
couple of quick comments. First of all, Rags, I saw you. And by the way, Rags, let me just thank you, man to man. I want to thank you for your passion and being here every day. It's pretty effing amazing. It really is, given how far away you are, given that there's a time difference, given that you're at work half the time, but you still find a way to watch a show. Rags, Tony, I want to bounce this off you. I saw Rags scroll by earlier. He said, I could really use, and he is referring to the New Jersey chapter now, the Bay Area Sports Collective. Rags holds that down. We got chapters in Arkansas, Japan, New York, New Jersey, California, obviously, and
Ryan Fong in Florida, who's checking in on the comment line.
Ryan Fong, no question about it. But Rags asked if Satan could make an appearance today. So before we go today, Tony, what I want you to do is I want you to scribble down a couple of questions you might have for Satan.
Okay.
And we'll address that. That'll be from me to you, Rags. I can see you ask, I deliver. Simple as that. And then also, go ahead.
On behalf of Rags too, I have a top 3 planned, to Tony's top 3 planned. So whenever you're ready to dive into Tony's top 3, I would like to get one going today because we didn't get into one yesterday, and I'd like to get into one today.
I guarantee we're going to get into it today. I want to do top 3. I want to do, because again, I got to insist that we do bookmarks today because there's so many good ones in there. And then also my other great friend, Winks, Jeff Winkler. What up, Winks? Winks, a couple things from him today. He goes, 1, Paulie Mac, I'll see you in Vegas in about 48 hours. You're damn right. I can't wait for that. And then number 2, riffing on you, Tony, saying there would be no fish without the Grateful Dead. He comes over the top with a really it's very specific, this riff. And he goes, there would be no fish without Max Creek. Okay, and I don't know. Have you ever heard of Max Creek? Do you even know what that is?
The band Max Creek?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
old school shit. Yeah. Max Creek, dude. Wow. Okay? Yeah. Shout out Max Creek. And then also, I got to tell you this, though. I've told Tony this in the past, and this is no embellishment at all.
Right.
Winks was the first guy I ever knew that even mentioned the band Fish. Like the first time I heard about Fish was from Winks. He was seeing them like in bars, like in the early 90s and stuff. And he would always this is what he used to do to try to get me into it. We used to trade Grateful Dead tapes, and he would send me a bunch of Dead tapes. And as filler, he used to put a bunch of Fish stuff on, and he kept going he'd be like, dude, check this band out, man. They're crazy, man. They're fucking crazy. You got to hear their stuff. They jam, but they're not like the Dead, but they jam. So anyway, Winks was in on that day one. I'm just letting you know, Tony. He was like flag flying Fish fan from day one.
I'm not surprised. And for those of you that haven't yet gotten a chance to hang out with Winks, when you do, he is a freaking musical encyclopedia, and also his love of Black Sabbath. So when I meet somebody who loves Black Sabbath and Fish the way he does, I'm all in. And he'll talk football and baseball and basketball with you too. So it's and hockey. Like Paulie and Winks, and I'm sure Rags could do the same. These East Coasters, they have educated me on hockey. And
my only regret is that Tony didn't grow up with us on the East Coast in high school, because you would have been a great left winger, dude. You're small, you're quick, like out there on the wing. I could see you blasting slap shots, and you always want a left-handed stick, like you were saying about lefties. You always want that lefty stick. By the way, here's Winks with some follow-up on Fish for your head, Tony. Picture of Nectar tour in a small club. Ticket was $750.
Beautiful.
For your head.
And shout out the bar / music club in Vermont called Nectars, which is what that album is named after. The owner of that bar his name was Nectar Rores. And if you look at the album cover of the picture of Nectar, it looks just like an orange, like an orange. But if you look deeper, the shadow is the face of Nectar Rores on the orange.
Hey, Stevie B, I'm going to miss you. He says he's got a conference call for the next half hour. Don't have too much fun without me. We'll try. Stevie B, it's always better when you're in the mix. Rags following up. He says if Tony went to high school with us in Jersey, one of us would have been in prison. There's no question to that. By the way, when I graduated high school, I'm still amazed I never got arrested. I wrote that in my senior ... comments. Like I wrote, I put initials, but I wrote 4 years without getting busted. Miraculous. Because I broke every law in the book. They just never caught me. That was the only thing. All right, Tony, NBA
Paulie,
playoff.
hold on. You just my senior quote in my yearbook was Bob Marley's quote, "Don't let them fool you or even try to school you." And
Yeah.
my parents were like, really? Really? After 4 years of higher education, and that's your senior quote? I said, yeah.
Even tried to school ya. Yeah. No. Yeah. Or even tried to fool ya. Ba 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 do ba ba. All right. Anyway, Tony, I want to get it.
I want to show this real quick too. I just want to show this so people know what I'm talking about. Here is a picture of Nectar, the album cover, and if you look, see his shadow on the orange. Can you see his face? Isn't that cool?
Whose the face is that?
That is Nectar Roris, who the album is called Picture of Nectar, and then the club that they basically made the name for themselves. And they
what's the thing in the middle of his forehead? What's that green object?
The orange. That's the top of the orange. That's the top of the orange. Yeah.
Okay. I got it. I thought it was something else. All right, man.
That's where they had their residency, was at the club Nectar's. There you go. There you go.
Hey, Scarlet Fire, you're a Jersey girl, aren't you? And you said you weren't allowed to have senior quotes. What town did you grow up in, Scarlet Fire? Throw it up on the board for me so we connect in a Jersey way. Rags, I don't even know if you know that. Scarlet Fire is a Jersey girl, I believe, and we're going to confirm that. What did you just say, T? I'm sorry.
I want to say, Scarlet Fire, I hope the SI alumni game was great on Saturday. My cousin's son, Leo Ryan, plays JV baseball for SI, and he took part in that alumni game. And I told him, the next 2 years, I'll be pitching in that alumni game against him, and I'll be throwing all my junk at him. So I forget what year your son is at SI, but it's coming. It's coming. Next year, maybe we do like a live. Can we do a live broadcast from the SI alumni baseball game, Paulie? And you'll watch broadcast.
Do it anywhere you want, dude. I'll take this shit where I'll go do a live broadcast from Ocean Beach if you want. I really will. I don't care. We have a picnic. Well, PMP picnic. All right, Tony.
You can watch me get yanked from the mound. You can watch me give up maybe a grand slam or a couple of balls off the wall.
That does sound appealing. I got to admit, that does sound appealing, especially when Tony told me, like, after his mishap in the alumni game, and he was like, Paulie, I'm telling you, I was really trying to get these guys out. I was throwing everything I had, and they were just lighting me up. You told that in such a great way. Tony, now for the third time, I got to get to NBA playoffs because you see that Nuggets game? Nuggets Clippers last night. That was the best game of the postseason so far. Did you see any of that?
I did not. I was in a pool. I was in a pool till about 10 o'clock last night with my children checking on Giants baseball. We had Giants baseball on my phone on a Chase Lounge poolside. And so I had to choose between Giants baseball and NBA playoffs, and I'll always choose baseball over any other sport in my mind. So I apologize, Paulie. I didn't check it. I saw the final score. I saw the box score. I saw Kawhi went off for 39.
Oh my God. And Kawhi, I got to tell you, that's the thing about Kawhi Leonard, and I am definitely guilty of this. I will tell you, because he's one of these guys. He's had a pretty long career now. He's been around a long time. He had all that great success with the Spurs, and since he's moved on from San Antonio, and it was kind of a weird exit, if you remember. He stopped playing. He wouldn't show up for workouts. Finally, Pop was like, I don't know what to do with this guy. So he's got his new home in LA, but he gets hurt so often. And he's not on the floor so often that you kind of forget how great he is. Like last night was one of those nights, Tony, he could not miss. He was throwing up fadeaways. He was going to the rim. I mean, he was doing everything. And it seemingly everything he threw up was going in. It was a really great game. I think there were 18 lead changes in that game. Hard fought, bodies flying, dust ups, scrums, unhappy coaches. It was just a very, very intense playoff game. And the refs, they put the whistles in their pockets last night, man. They let those guys bang around last night. Joker, it was interesting to watch Joker kind of struggle last night. Not a great night for Joker. He had a triple-double and everything, but still, it wasn't his best night. He missed some big shots. He made some big, I think he had 6 turnovers too. So kind of a sloppy night for the Joker, but that was a great, great game. Knicks, Pistons, and the Pistons get game 2. So that thing is evened up at 1-1. That was a pretty entertaining game too. That was a pretty tight game also. Yes,
I did see too. Well, I got a whole slew of reactions to what you're saying, Paulie. First of all, I agree with. I saw Aaron Kask. He says, I love this series because they're wearing each other out, and I would expect this series to go 7. I really would. And by the way, I guess you don't need Mike Malone Nuggets. So you know what? Their vibe is so bad right now that I don't expect them to do much in this postseason. I really don't. The Clippers, I am worried about. They're playing really well right now.
God, me too. Yeah.
Also, I want to say hello to Will Sparks, buddy. Our buddy Will Sparks, Will and Rebecca Paulie from High Sierra Music Festival. Will's checking in. He said he saw Fish out here at Luther Burbank Center in 1994. 4. So in a row,
Nice.
you know that Luther Burbank Center for the Arts.
I've seen shows up there. Yeah.
I've never been in there. Is it a nice room? It must be a beautiful room.
Beautiful. Huh? It's a beautiful room. Yeah.
I need to get there. And then thirdly, I saw some clips of your boy Brunson, and I'm joking, he's not your boy.
He's your boy. You love Brunson.
I did love Brunson until I saw the flopping that was going on by him last night. Did you happen to see somebody put together like a highlight reel of all of his flops from last night? There was like 4 different, dude.
His flops are good, but the best flop of the night last night was in the Clippers game. There was a sequence over on the sideline, late third quarter, early fourth quarter, one or the other. And Harden has the rock, and Harden like turns and kind of lifts his arm up like this, and Joker goes flying back, dude, like he'd been shot by a shotgun. And then he stayed down. He was on the ground, like rolling around, and you could see that he's right in front of the Clipper bench. And the guys on the Clipper bench are like, "Are you kidding me with this shit, bro? Get up."
Dude,
shit. And they got the call though. Joker got the call, but it was Harden is half his size, dude. He barely touched him, and so Brunson flopping good, Joker flopping incredible. Like it just
Couple things. First of all, I think maybe next year for All-Star Weekend they need to have a flop off. Maybe add that to like the list of events. Is have a flop off on NBA All-Star Weekend.
Dude.
Right? Who can do the best flops? And number 2, I would love for Adam Silver to say, you know what? It's time to start teeing up these guys for flopping. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could see LeBron get teed up?
I don't disagree. Because the guys that we grew up watching would never do that because it's just such a horrible look. They would never want to stain their legacy by faking a flop. But you're right; it's just part of the game now. And dude, now that the dunk contest is a complete piece of F, they don't even want to compete anymore. Let's have a flop off, dude. I'm totally with you on a flop off. That's amazing. LeBron James is going to win year in, year out. He's the granddaddy of them all when it comes to great flopping. I mean, that's LeBron's MO right there.
Paulie, I think I want to make this part of the show for the rest of the NBA playoffs. And Dom Peralta, I see you on the comments line. I'm going to have to give you some a homework assignment.
Yes,
if you can create an image for like the flop off for the playoffs and give the worst flops each show after each game, or like whatever games we're watching, just to show the worst flops and having a flop champion by the end of the playoffs. By the end of the finals, we crown the I don't know, the flopper. What do you want to call it? The NBA flopper of the year for 2025. I think I want to incorporate that. I'm going to make a note here.
I'm going to do a new song parody, Tony, to the Grateful Dead's Franklin's Tower. I'm going to go Flopper's Tower, and that can be like the theme song. Blam, 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 flop away, flop away. All right, Tony. Tonight, NBA action continues. You got Milwaukee at Indiana. Oh, by the way, Dame Lillard comes back, and he's pissed. I love Dame time. We don't talk enough about Dame Lillard.
Me too.
I mean, obviously he's an Oakland guy. He's a Bay Area kid. We love Dame just on that alone, but his game is so damn sweet and nice and clutch. Dame time with the watch. Love all that shit. And he's had this blood clot thing. It's kind of, I hate hearing that. Anytime I hear blood clot, it's like, whoa.
Knocking on wood. My table's wood. I'm knocking on wood on this wooden table.
I'll knock on wood for Dame time too. Anyway, Dame time is back in the lineup tonight against Indiana. I'm saying based on that alone, I bet you the Bucks win tonight. I'm just calling it right now. The return of Dame should get that win for him. Then you got Memphis OKC. How bad is OKC going to beat the living snot out of Memphis tonight? Or does Memphis like man up and say like, now we're going to start playing? I mean, because they got embarrassed. I know that Ja was having such a great time laughing his balls off while he was getting down by 60. But I mean, you tell me, Tony, are they going to answer the bell? Are they going to man up and show a little pride, or are they just going to get bulldozed again?
No. I would expect that series to go be a sweep or be over in 5. I don't see much happening I'm looking for Ja right now, because you put that in bookmarks, and I'm looking for that jackass right now, because
I think I might have taken it out, T, just to clean house. I think I cleaned it. Hey, one other comment from John Joseph. He's like Rags, dude. He's here day in, day out. John Joseph, thanks for all the support, bro. I saw, as we were talking about you going to jail if you went to high school with us in the East Coast, and you probably would have, or at least gotten driven home by the cops, which we did on a regular basis. I would tell you this. he goes, I saw him make a comment a couple of seconds ago. He goes, "Oh, I've been arrested for everything imaginable." He said that, John Joseph, and he said something about being in the federal building at one point with Barry Bonds in the elevator. We'll talk at our next get together. I want more details on that, John Joseph, but I'm glad you're a free man now. Let's keep it that way. I need you on the streets, man. And Tony, final thing. Sorry, real quick, buddy. Last one is Minnesota at Lakers tonight. I'm telling you right now, Lakers lose this game tonight, I think a sweep is on the table. I'm dead serious. I think the Lakers have to win this game tonight, and if they don't, I think Minnesota could take them out in 4, maybe 5. But I think this is like a spirit breaker if the T-Wolves win 2 games on the floor in Los Angeles. I don't know if the Lakers bounce back from that.
Please, can we do that? Can we please do that? I would love to do that.
Slow down, T. Is that you sure? Is that who you want? You want Minnesota? I'm just asking.
I'm not even concerned about the next round right now. I just want the Warriors to move on, and I want the Lakers to be done. That's joy in a basket for me right now.
Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Okay. Yes.
Are you ready?
Tony's top 3.
I am ready.
Tony's top
yeah.
3.
Tempo. Yeah.
Tony's top 3.
All right,
let me tell the audience something about the dynamic between Creative Tony and Paulie Mack, because it's been going on for like 20 plus years now. I got to tell you, I like when Tony gets forceful with stuff. Like, bam, here's your top 3, tough guy. Bam. And dude, I like that. Come with your force. I like the force of a Creative Tony. What do you got for me today?
Good. All right, I'm gonna go right into it too, dude. We're gonna go back into it because we got Dubs Rockets game 2 tomorrow night in Houston. After game 1.
Yes.
With the defensive clinic the Warriors put on. I mean, holding Houston to 85, again, we can't underestimate how wonderful and how difficult and how impressive that was. But do you still, we both said we thought that this series would go at least 6. And we both laid on 6. We stayed on 6.
Yeah.
Question number 1 in top 3. Do you still feel after game 1 in the books, do you still feel it goes 6 games?
I do. I think game 2 is going to be really, really interesting tomorrow night. I expect Houston to come out like a bat out of hell. That initial surge you're going to see in the first quarter, the Warriors going to have to try to withstand that because they're going to be a desperate team. They're not going to want to lose back-to-back games on their own floor and then have to come back to San Francisco down 0-2, pardon me. So I think that will be like kind of the story of the game. The Warriors, they have to hold up during the initial storm, the initial frenzy that the Rockets are going to come with. And I do think it goes 6, Tony. I'm not going to move from that. I think even if they do split in Houston, I like the Warriors winning 3 of the or 2 of the next 3 games. I do.
Good. Yeah, I'm with you, P. I think it stays. I'm going to keep it at 6, but I am preparing myself. And first of all, I'm not going to see the game live because I'll be at Fish. So I'm going to watch it when I get home from Fish.
Are you a score checker? Are you a score checker at shows?
No.
I am. I am. I can't help myself. I got to get a score. At least give me a score. But then it can get intense, though. You like if you check a score and it says like a minute 30 left, fourth quarter, game tied 93-93. I'm like shit. And now I was in the middle of a playing in the band. Now I got to contend with a tight Warrior game. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I take it back, Paulie. I probably will do the score because the people I'll be with, like shout out Joe or Bearded Bob or Mel. These guys are diehard Warrior fans like I am, and so they'll probably be giving me score updates, or we'll be giving each other score updates. So that's fine, and that's fine because hopefully we can. And the dude, we've been known to be at a show and dive into the foyer or whatever, and like okay, it's kind of a song that I've seen over 100 times. I'm gonna go check out whatever game it is that we're missing because of the show.
Creative Tony, I want to just follow up with you again as I am getting kind of hypnotized, I think would be the word. I'm getting hypnotized by your White Lotus motif today. It's I tell you what, it's growing on me. This whole tropical thing, the ferns, you got parrots back there, lovebirds, whatever those are, squawk, tweet.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask the hotel if they have any of this extra wallpaper laying around, and I take some home with me, and it's the new backdrop for me because I'm digging it too, man.
Yeah, it's just got a good vibe, and like your performance is solid today. So I think this is something I want to see on a more regular basis. Forget about the wood paneling you're working in front of in the regular studio. I want the goddamn ferns, man. I need that lush tropical Tony. Yeah,
I come with you, P. I'll do some homework after the show today because we're staying here again tonight. So I'll do some homework if I can find out, because right now, again, I'm in Fernando's Hideaway, which is a side room of the restaurant at the Flamingo here in Santa Rosa. So,
hey, by the way,
into it.
Creative Tony, just a personal note, real quick, 10 seconds. I got to get you to reach out to our buddy David Drutz, because I'm just random. He's going to the shows. He wanted you to reach out to him. So talk to Drutzy when you get to Bill tomorrow. He wants you on his side. Tony, let's get into yes, keep it coming.
Number 2, Pete. Oh, there we go. Okay, I did
feed the ducks too, if you could. Yeah,
loop the ducks. Loop the ducks. Feed the ducks and loop the ducks.
Yeah.
Paulie, number 2. We talked about him at the beginning of the show. Hayden, la 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 la, Birdsong.
Nice vocal, Steve. Very nice. Yes.
Thank you. How do I phrase this?
What?
I'm trying to be respectful of the Giants, and knowing, their starting rotation they had a great weekend, and they picked up the slack for Logan Webb, because Logan Webb has been leading the charge, and Verlander had a great day, Landon Roop had a great day, Logan Webb had a great day, all in Anaheim. But Jordan Hicks is the question mark. So do you want to keep things status quo as they are and keep Birdsong in his middle relief role, or do you want to make a change? Or is it too early to make a change?
Well, changes. Time invades the strain. Changes on top. Here come all the songs with changes. Then you got Changes by the Jimi Hendrix Band, the Gypsies. Great one. I saw. Help me out. The Anastasio Stewart called Oysterhead. I saw Oysterhead encore changes at the Greek Theater. That was badass. And then, of course, the granddaddy of them all, Black Sabbath Volume 4. Ba-ba-ba-boom, blip, blip, blim. I'm going through changes. Ozzy with his Changes ballad. Tony, go ahead.
And on that Black Sabbath Changes note, the Charles Bradley version of Black Sabbath Changes is unbelievable. And Charles Bradley, rest in peace, passed away too early. But
I don't even know what's going on right now. Who's Charles Bradley? Who is that?
He's like a soul singer that passed away too early. And dude, he actually came to KFOG and did a private studio show that I saw that was incredible.
When you talk about KFOG, you better say rest in peace. KFOG, rest in peace. And by the way,
Charles Bradley, rest in peace, KFOG. Yeah,
I got a great idea. Let's pull the plug on KFOG. What did they ever do other than be the #1 billing FM station in the country? Let's shut that down.
Yeah. Let's get rid of Kaboom while we're at it.
And make sure I don't have to listen to Grappone or Annalisa. They're probably the worst FM DJs I've ever heard, right? Horrible. No talent, hacks, bouncing from town to town. Grappone's probably in Toledo now. Same with Annalisa. What did she ever do? I'm kidding, of course. They were like the best. They were the freaking greatest talent on the FM dial. Rest in peace, K-Pop. Tony, give me the name of the guy who sang that Changes again. I'm going to look this up later. Who is it?
Charles Bradley. Charles Bradley doing Changes, doing Black Sabbath Changes. Please, PMP Army, do yourself a favor. Check it out. Homework assignment that I'm giving out right now. Paulie, homework assignment to you.
Okay.
Check it out.
I'm going to get back to your question, too, about Birdsong, but a couple quick things. Checking boxes, checking on any notable family ties here. Charles Bradley, any relation to the late Milton Bradley, or any relation to Senator Dollar Bill Bradley, formerly the New York Knicks? Any relation there, Tony? Charles Bradley, Milton Bradley, Bill Bradley? Nothing? Okay.
And also no relation to Brad from Past Times. I don't want to use sex as a tool, Brad. I don't want to use sex as the tool, Brad, okay?
A tool for what? Hey, Tony, a tool for what? I'm going to answer your Hayden Birdsong question as Satan, because Rags asked specifically today. So I'm going to go back into my effects box here, and you might have to lower the ducks though, so it doesn't mute it. So ask the question again. Go ahead.
So, Paulie, do you think Hayden Birdsong should replace Jordan Hicks in the starting rotation because of his performance so far in the 2025 season with a 1.38 ERA?
Let me tell you something right now. Paulie's not here. Paulie's not here anymore. You're now talking to the Dark Hand, the Dark Prince, Lucifer. Lucifer. Oh, having fun. Birdsong, he'll be back in the rotation before the All-Star break. Satan out.
Okay.
I hope you can hear that. Yeah. I had fun with that.
Lucifer. What? Did you say Satan out?
Satan out.
You got me? Satan out. Yeah, Satan out. That was for you, Regs. Worship him.
Worship me, damn it.
By the way, did you see the picture of Keith Richards being proposed as the next pope? They already got Richards smoking the butt with the papal hat on. It's amazing, dude. Pope Richard. Okay, I want Pope Richards. In fact, I got Pope Richards right here. This will be his first press conference. He comes out to make his opening statements.
And there's other guys that just burst in your dressing room. It's like, where's the dope? You know?
That's right. That's it. That's Pope Richards in the Vatican right there. Okay, making his opening statement. There's other guys that walk in. All right, Tony.
Give me a replay. Can you give me a reprise of that? Just one more, Keith. Give me Keith one more time.
This is Keith's opening statement at the Vatican.
And there's other guys that just burst in your dressing room. It's like, where's the dope? You know?
I know it really does. It's never not awesome. It's never not funny, dude. And there's other guys. Yeah. All right, Tony, give me your number 3 of your famous top 3, and then we got to do bookmarks and we got to get out of here. So keep it coming.
Before we do that, I'm just going to do it because I owe it to the PMP Army. I want to show you and PMP Army. I want to show you a picture of Charles Bradley. There's Charles Bradley right there, buddy. So.
Wow.
Involved with the Charles Bradley version of Changes. Actually, just check out his whole catalog, man. But seriously, check out Charles Bradley. Okay? All right.
Got it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to thank you for your patience on that. Number 3.
Yes.
This is going back to Easter. Then I'll move on from Easter after today.
All right.
I went to shout out my Auntie Sandy and Uncle Dave. Went to their house in Burlingame on Easter Sunday night for dinner. And they had a great spread for everybody. My cousin David made some great chimichurri for the tri-tip that he barbecued for everybody.
Do you ever sing Stranded at the Drive-In to your Uncle Sandy? I'm just asking. Because remember in Grease when she slams the door right on his nuts, it's a tough scene for Travolta. Bam! Right on his jewels. And then she bolts, and then he's sitting on the suite. Stranded at the drive-in, branded a fool, dude. What are they going to say? Monday at school. How about that lyric? What will they say Monday at school? But then at the end of the track, when he's like really having that powerful moment, he goes, "Oh, Sandy." And he goes, oh, Sandy. He's like kind of crying at Travolta. Dude, don't sleep on Travolta in Grease. I'm telling you, go back. But anyway, have you ever sung that to your Aunt Sandy? I'm just asking. Oh, Sandy.
You know what? I probably will. And I want to give love to what's going on the theater screen behind Zuko while he's singing that song.
The hot dog jumping in the bun. Yes. Doing flips. Yeah, no, it's all there, man. It's all right. Doing flips, trying to find the right way, and then bam, right in the bun at the end. Yeah. No, I'm with you. Totally with you. Isn't there like a dancing popsicle at one point, too? I think there's like a dancing ice cream bar. Yeah. No, it's all right there for you. Sure.
Well, hold on.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
Okay.
Oh, Sandy. Oh, Sandy. Yeah.
Okay, you're getting me, man. You're getting me with that. Okay, number 3. So they had like basically a meat palooza at my aunt and uncle's for Easter.
What am I doing right now, Tony? Sorry. What am I doing right now? Danny Zuko at the drive-in, dude. He's making his move on. Rags fired that. I just saw that he tried to get that move over the shoulder, but he comes in like and then when she looks at him, she goes, "Danny," and he goes, "Oh, Sandy, oh, Sandy." He's always like almost in tears. Oh, Sandy.
Great,
Anyway, go ahead, T. One of these, right over the shoulder.
It was a meat palooza. There was barbecued tri-tip. There was barbecued lamb chops, and there was also a roasted ham. And I don't eat any of that, and so they were joking around. But here's the thing, Paulie. With the lamb chops, and my wife loves lamb chops. A lot of people love lamb chops. Respect, tip your hat, whatever.
Yeah, go nuts.
But what is it with this green substance that's mint jelly, dude? I will never. Please, I just need you to explain to me.
I don't know if I can. I mean,
what the hell is mint jelly, dude? And what is it doing on a plate of like I don't get it. So please explain it to me. It's not a question. It's not a question for top 3. It's an explanation. I need you to explain to me mint frickin' jelly.
Let me recreate the scene. Aunt Sandy comes out with the lamb and the mint jelly. She puts it on a table. Here's Creative Tony's reaction.
What the hell? What the hell?
Little Charles Grodin dropping what the hell?
What the hell? What the hell?
No, I'm going to say, Tony, I'm a pretty moderate lamb guy, dude. I probably have a bite of lamb or a lamb chop maybe once a year. Maybe. Okay. I'm not a big lamb chop guy. I never have. And I don't hate them, but I also don't love them, and I don't go out of my way to seek them out. But if somebody like served it to me and they do put that that mint jelly. It's just like a compliment. The flavors, the mint, the lamb. I don't know. I don't participate that much in it, but if I was going to, it'd be a very, very small amount. A little bit of mint jelly goes a long way.
First of all, I couldn't be more anti-jelly or Jello, Jello.
I'm with you. It's squiggling. It's jiggling. Yeah,
like on the, and like.
How about the jelly? How about the people that make Jello and then they stuff crap in there, like marshmallows and raisins or whatever? Like there's stuff in there. It looks it looks like. Well, I don't want to get into it, but it's pretty unappealing looking. You know what I mean?
I mean, we could graduate from mint jelly to the also dinner item or table item, also known as ambrosia, which is like.
Yeah.
You want to explain ambrosia to me?
Not really. No, I'm not getting involved. I'm not going to get involved with ambrosia. I don't like the name. Shout out to the band Ambrosia. They got no problem with the band Ambrosia from the 70s. I can rock with them, but I'm not eating ambrosia. It's again, same principle as a Jello. It doesn't appeal to me. Sorry.
Jeff Winkler. Wink says, dude, ambrosia is good. I hope you're talking about the band, dude. I hope you're talking about the band.
Hey, Winks, we'll eat some ambrosia in Vegas, bro. We'll call it up room service. Get Winks some ambrosia. Damn it, right now. All right, do you guys have any ambrosia? That'll be like the new. Hey, do you guys know when TT quick? That'll be like the new hotel move. What kind of ambrosia do you guys have? Like, excuse me, sir. Yeah, ambrosia. I need a double order. Chop. You know what I mean? I paid a lot for my room. I want my fucking ambrosia. Sir, bring it up here. Yeah.
Excuse me, can I get an order of ambrosia? Oh, that's great.
I want a cheeseburger, some fries. Give me a Miller Lite, and for dessert, you got any ambrosia down there? Yeah, have your guy whip some up. Ambrosia.
I'm gonna do that tonight at the restaurant and be like, hey, can I see the dessert menu? I don't see any ambrosia on here.
You should do it at the fish show. You'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go grab some beers. Who wants anything? You guys need a beer, water, ambrosia? What do you guys need? Yeah, let me grab some ambrosia. I got ambrosia in a cup for you. All right. All right.
You got me with that. But doesn't the mint overpower the taste of the meat? Or you
got to use just a little dab will do you. But you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm not a mint jelly expert, and I'm not a lamb chop expert. I'm a moderate. You know what I mean? I'm a moderate when it comes to the lamb chop. I really am.
And I saw this, and I'm like, everybody was like excited about it. I'm like, why are people excited about green mint Jello?
Let me throw this out on the table, too. Now, Tony's not really a meat eater anymore. You're not really a carnivore. You're more of a vegan guy now, vegetarian guy. But I got to say, here's something curious about the lamb chop, and this might be what scares me away. Why is like the bone, isn't it? They wrap it in like a net or something. It's got like this little hoof on there. Like what? You know what I mean? They put that netting. I don't even know what that's for. And it kind of gives me the creeps. I'm like, why is it all netted up? Yeah.
I don't know, but Steve Bisecchio says mint jelly sucks. And so thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, dude.
Steve knows.
NorCal Refrigerations is gas station ambrosia.
Rags with the final comment. I'm going to leave it at this. I'm just going to move on very quickly from this, but Rags, mint jelly in a sock. I mean, that's up to y'all. That's up to y'all and y'all's discretion. All right, Tony, bookmarks, and we got to go. Let's get into it.
Oh my God, I'm gonna leave the ducks. I'm gonna keep the ducks going.
Let the ducks rock. Sure.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, here we go. Bookmarks. All right, let me share the screen.
You guys are funny today, man. There's a good vibe in the audience. You get a lot of good riffs flying around the audience right now. A lot of good riffs. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Jimmy Butler went back to Tomball High School today to work out. His old high school is just 35 miles from where the Houston Rockets play. Whoa.
Yeah, he's a Texas guy. Yeah. How cool is this? There he is in the lower screen. If you can, is there a way you can blow that up? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, just so I can get this. Come on. It's not letting me pee.
Maybe not. That's okay. But that is a pretty cool story. Jimmy Butler working out at his old high school right now in preparation.
Well, look at that. They got a banner for him, dude. You see the banner?
Class of 2007. Nice. Very nice.
Oh, that's so cool. Hang on. Let's see if we can get this. There he is. Jump shot.
Yeah.
I feel like he is just having this like metamorphosis of a personality. Like maybe nobody ever really knew the true Jimmy Butler until now. I don't know, man. Like,
well, I always felt like there is something about the Golden State Warrior kind of environment, the culture they've built over these years, where I felt the same way when Kevin Durant was here. He was like so at peace and so happy. He seemed like he was happy finally. And I don't know that he's found that peace again since he's left Golden State, but I know exactly what you mean about Butler. And I see it too. And I want to credit Jimmy Butler for being like man enough to go in front of the press like after being the high scorer, like he scored 38 points and like he went out there and he said, you know what? It's all about Steph Curry. Like, I'm just here to help Steph Curry. Like he lets Steph be like the crown jewel because he is. Steph Curry is one of the best basketball players in the history of the game. And Butler is a Hall of Fame talent, and he's kind of like deferring to Steph, and the whole thing feels right. It just does. Like the whole chemistry right now with Butler feels really good. I agree, T.
Dude, Paulie, you just said it. The whole thing just feels right. I mean, that's it's don't no more no less. No more no less. It just feels right, dude. And I love
Shout
it.
Shout out Aerosmith. No more, no more. Tony, what else you got in bookmarks today, kid?
I also want to give Dalton Johnson. We want to get him on the show too. Also, we're both fans of Paulie and I are both big fans of Dalton Johnson's work. Yeah, we're gonna get him on the show. I talked to him like a month ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm coming on." And I never followed up with him, but I do. I want to get Dalton on the show. He's a great guy, and I love his coverage. He's a pro. Yeah, and he posted that. Dalton Johnson posted that. Thank you, Dalton.
Rock and roll.
Okay, this is what is this? This is Kaminga World posted this. Get these guys.
This is outside Chase Center at the conclusion of Game 1. Dude, look at the party they're having out there on the plaza. This is outside Chase.
Nice. Yeah, see, come on.
Look at people running. Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
I like the guy in the Curry jersey just running back and forth. Now, if you have not been to Chase Center, I can tell you outside as you're entering the building, there is a massive video screen. Massive. So I love the fact that crowds are now gathering. I've been a proponent of this idea. Let me bounce this concept off the PMP community. Just like Joe Lake, I want all the fans to see the game. God damn it. Put it on the biggest screen possible. I want people running around in Curry jerseys, running free, having fun. I've been saying this forever. The Giants should put a similar screen up and face it towards the McCovey Cove. So all the people that are out there in the boats can watch the effing game. Like I've been saying that like ever since the park opened. Joe Lacob's doing the same thing essentially for his fans, and I think the Giants should too. Why all those boats that show up, it's such a great visual and it's so unique to San Francisco. Let them see the game. Throw a screen up for those guys. Let them see the game. I don't know. That's my idea.
Dude, that's a great idea. And it was a great idea to them to create this Thrive City, right? Like, dude, by the way, when you go but when you go to concerts at Chase, hanging out pre and post show in that little area is really fun. So, you know, I love that little area, man. That's a great call, P. I love that. Let's move on.
Okay.
More bookmarks. Oh yeah. Here we go, dude. Here's the flop. Here is.
Drop the shoulder. Jokic hits the eject button.
Dude.
Drop the shoulder.
I mean,
Jokic hits the eject.
Joker's twice his size, dude, and Harden didn't even do anything. It's a rare example of Harden because Harden's one of the worst floppers in the history of the NBA. He barely makes. Dude, so
I'm gonna try and pause it mid flop here. See if I get. That's yeah. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Joker's. It's just not a good look. I mean, Harden.
Dude, it's such a bad look. It's a bump. It's a bump to the chest.
And he stays down, Tony. Joker goes down. He stayed down for a while.
Look at the look on his face. Like,
I know. And then watch the Clipper bench. The Clipper bench was like, "Are you kidding me with this crap, dude? Are you kidding me?" And then he stays down. Yeah, so stupid.
It's outrageous, man. It's like it's an embarrassment. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Adam Silver, it's time to start getting teased for that.
I don't disagree, Tony. Oh, this may be my favorite image of the entire week. Blow this up. This is like. Dude, Butler, the disciples, dude. Here they come. Butler with the staff, the robe, the flowing robe. And look at the hand gestures of Curry. You know what I mean?
Curry's hands are amazing.
Up on a mountaintop. Is there any way?
No, I can't look up.
And you know what else is great? Butler's got headbands on. Dude, he's wearing a headband with the
headband is key. Headband is key. That is key.
Some about Steph's hands, too. Just Steph's hands looking out over the valley or whatever, dude. It's just such a great visual, man.
I like how they're not looking into the camera. They're they're not looking at us. They're looking out, like you said, over yonder. You know?
Yes. Anyway, all right, give me one more bookmark. Let's end on a good one, T.
This is ready to put on a show. This is Steph's warm-ups.
Oh, my God. This is another one of his trick shots. Blow this up real quick. This is why you got to go in early when you go see a Warrior game for stuff like this. It's insane, the show he puts on.
Look at that. mean, come on, dude. That's just outrageous.
Can you run that back, T? It was kind of choppy on my end. Try to run that back if you can.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Look at. I mean,
all net too. All net. I don't know who does this shit. Who's doing? I mean, the joy that he brings to the gym every single night, dude. We're gonna miss this so freaking much when his day is over. Because
look at all his teammates. All the teammates. Look at these going around to everybody. Look at this.
And you know what that does? You know what that does is it keeps the team loose. It keeps the vibe fun. And this is your star player kind of setting the tone in terms of like the environment. There's no tension. There's nobody's uptight. There's no nerves. Steph diffuses all that when he does this kind of shit. And he is just such a special talent. I thought you get a kick out of that one. It's nuts, Steph. Keep going, baby. Keep going, baby. Do your thing. Be Steph Curry. Nobody lights up an arena like this guy. Nobody that I've ever seen in any sport. We've seen them all. I saw Jerry Rice. I saw Wayne Gretzky. I've seen everybody. Nobody makes a crowd explode with joy the way Steph Curry does. He's really special.
Paulie, for guys like Moody and Pajemski and Quentin Post and I don't know GP2 and all, there's no hierarchy on the Warriors. It feels like, even though everybody knows that it's Steph's team, he doesn't act like I'm the ruler and you will all follow me. He doesn't act like I'm above you. He acts like we are all equals and we are all in this together, dude. And that is so infectious and so helpful for team vibe and team chemistry. I can't speak enough about Steph.
Tony, I want to quote you real quick as we wrap today. You said he doesn't act like he's the ruler. Wasn't there a Slick Rick album called The Ruler's Back?
The Ruler's Back, dude. And dude, here we go on our show open is Slick Rick. Here we go.
Tell me a story, Uncle Ricky. That's my favorite when you do that. Give me one.
Hold on.
Tell me.
Uncle Ricky, can you tell us a bedtime story? Please, please.
I'm telling you, there's something about Tony's delivery of that whole Slick Rick vibe. It's spot on, kid. Hey, a couple of words about Los D on the way out today.
Yeah.
Really quick hour and 11 minutes. Whoosh, went right by very quickly. Carlos D at Flex Funding. You've heard the songs. You've heard us sing his praises, and everything we say is 100% accurate and legitimate. Carlos De La Fuente, great guy, stand-up guy, participates in Roby Tuesday like a gentleman. We've seen his robe, which I believe was purchased in Japan. 925-250-4894. He'll take your emails and all your questions at carlos@myflexnow.com. If you are looking to buy, if you're getting ready, get prepared with Los. He's got a variety of different loan options to suit your specific situation. Talk to him about, thank you, there it is right there. First close PMP deal. Yep, that was last week. He's been helping out our audience, which is awesome. And that's the whole goal here, is that we really are, at this point, 3-4 months into the lifespan of the PMP show. We are now, I would say, a pretty formed community. We have all our regular guys here. We have new people coming in. And Carlos is just here to help us all out. So if you have questions about your mortgage, if you'd like to maybe, yes, you can definitely trust Carlos, as I love the artwork. And thank you, Don Peralta, for all the contributions you made, artistically speaking. Carlos can help you with HELOC loans. Home equity lines of credit. Very quick closings, usually within 8 days. Also, no appraisal fees, no hidden fees. That's awesome. And Carlos, as I said, stand-up guy. He will not force you or try to lead you down a road that's going to be harmful to you in a few years. He's going to lead you. And if he thinks the timing is not right, he said it to me the other day. We talked on the phone casually because like you were saying, Tony, I might need to talk to Carlos myself about my situation. But when I talked to I think we both agreed this is probably not the best time for that. Let's let the next few months unfold, and then I'll go back and revisit with Carlos. But that's the thing. He won't lead you down a path that's going to harm you or hurt you financially. He'll tell you the timing is not right, kid. Let's come back and revisit this in just a little bit. Tony, I also would like to encourage everybody to consider the fact that Carlos is a San Francisco guy. Mm-hmm. He's a native. He cares about the Bay Area, and he's got 26 years of experience. To me, that means a lot. I want a guy who's experienced when we're talking about mortgages and loans. And whatever the loan you have questions about, he's got the answers for you, Tony, as you well know.
So, dude, it's all about, for me, Paulie, like how Los is interested in building relationships. And it's not just a business transaction. He's thoroughly honestly interested in creating a relationship, and where you win, he wins, everybody wins. And he can be a one-stop shop too, man. That's like, if you have any questions about it, mortgage questions, loan questions, call Los and he can help you out. He's there to help you. And yeah, of course, it's a business where he's trying to, like, you know, make money himself, but it's like it's an everybody kind of a situation. And he thinks outside the box. He's a one-stop shop. I'm not just saying those catchphrases because they sound catchy. It's because they're true. And so I just love the organic nature of how this all happened from the get-go and how we're partners with Los now. And he is there to help you. And so, like I said, I meant to text Los on the side. And yes, Los checking in right now. Relationships matter. Exactly, dude. And you'll know, he says, you'll still know me long after the deal. And also, like, that type of business is all about word of mouth, right? And it's all about the experiences that these people have with Los, and then they share it with people, and then it keeps going. And it's the reciprocity, Paulie.
Ooh, look at you.
Well, I love the word. I love the whole concept. So, when I put the Trust Los thing up, yes, it's fun and all that stuff, but it's also true. So genuine. We love Los, and we're so stoked to be partners with him. And just take your loan or mortgage question to him, and he will help you out.
Yes, he will. And again, last thing on Los today is I want to say that he's incredibly, that's why we use the word trust with him, is you can trust him. And like you said, Tony, you know what's really cool now that I think about it? Los and I are friends. Neil Denardi and I are friends, and I'm very proud to announce we have a new sponsor that'll be joining the Polymac Particle community next week. We're gonna unveil our new sponsor, and I'm very pleased to have this guy joining us. But you know what's funny is he's a friend of mine too. Yeah. And we all really are. We formed friendships, and this friendship is going to last. This relationship is going to last, and this show is going to last. By the way, speaking of endurance and long time on the airwaves, shout out to Rod Brooks. He hit his debut show last night. He and Marcus, quality hang with Rod Brooks. I was watching, dude. Great to see Brooksy back on the mic. We see him on TV with the Niners every weekend, but dude, Brooksy on the radio to me is what it's about. Like Brooksy on the mic, sitting there dropping tape. He knows his shit, man. He really knows his stuff. He's a serious journalist, unlike the Polymac Particle Show. We're a little looser over here, but we have a good time. That's just the way we present our stuff. Like, and Rod is a little more serious about the way he presents his sports, but he has a great time. And he loves talking about music and pop culture. Anyway, I just want to encourage everybody to go give Rod some love and support at the Bay Area Sports Collective, our newest brother on the dial. He is Rod Brooks, and he is back.
Yes, Paulie. And by the way, on that note, you get a free flow Rod Brooks, where he's not being told what to say or how long he can say it, which is on TV. On TV, it's very truncated, right? Where this is free flow. And he is so stoked to be able to do it and get in the flow. And by the way, he had Rennell do his show open, which is great. I heard it. Yeah. And also, I just want to say John Lund tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Also, Rod Brooks will be back tomorrow night, I believe, 8 p.m. I believe. Right.
What's Tom doing? Yeah.
Tom, I'm waiting to hear back from Dan Ogden to see what Tom is doing after game 2, because Tom's doing the game obviously in Houston with Tim Roy. So I'll let everybody know on our socials what Tom's doing, and I'll retweet whatever they repost whatever they announce as well. And Paulie, on the way out,
yes, sir.
I have to do this before we dismiss the class.
Sure.
Don Peralta and NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, also known as David.
Give me a couple bars. Let's go.
I want to know. He gave us Hans Lufa, the song for Hans Lufa at the beginning of when we started out the show. This is episode number 73 for us, Paulie, by the way.
Nice.
And, now, Don.
Did I tell Dave Wilcox? Am I wrong when I say Dave Wilcox 73? I'm throwing it out there. A little before my time, but I think 73, yes?
I'm not positive. Is it Leo Nomalini? Is Leo Nomalini 73?
Leo. I don't know. I know I've seen it before. It's 73. Sorry, my bad. I'm trying to honor some of the past greats. Go ahead, T. Yeah.
Also 73, the year I was born. Also 73 wins for the Dubs. So there's some good 73 vibes out there.
Okay, very good. Very good. Yes.
Our next show Thursday will be 74 for Fred Dean. I'm excited for a Fred Dean show.
Or Steve Wallace. I mean, there's a lot of great 74. Shout out Big Sexy Steve Wallace.
Totally. But on the way out, and by the way, reminder, we will not be live tomorrow night. No night flight this week. We will be back today at 11 a.m. Crispy show.
Bob St. Clair. Thank you, Dom. I know. See, somebody had to know. I knew it was Bob St. Clair. Eating raw meat, wearing 73. Got it. Beautiful. Tony, give me the track. Give me a couple bars.
Yeah. Give us the lows. 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 What low would you like?
Piano. Oh, dude, the horns.
Give us the los.
Very, I gotta say, very James Ehaw flavored guitar solo right there with that tone. Yeah, a lot of wah, a lot of distortion. Sounds killer. Thank you, HVAC bro. All I can do is applaud you and say thank you so much, Creative Tony. Thanks for bringing that to the show today. Aaron Cass, Don Peralta, Mark Graves, Folsom Steve, Bradley 84, John Joseph for life, Patrick Patton, no relation to Mike. Great to see you today. Noemi. We had, Tony, I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anybody. Jeff Winkler and Rags, of course, the Jersey Connection, always out in full force. D. Francesco, D. Fran Blankenchesco, always great to see you. Who am I forgetting? There's Miguel. There's Miguel Salas. There's Monica. Thank you, all of y'all. Who am I forgetting, Tony? Help me out.
There's Patrick Patton on the show, and Patrick Patton is the one who gave us the Particle Land. So we got to give a shout out to Patrick Patton. I mean, there's Particle Land, by the way. I'm just throwing that in there too.
I love to look back. It's all about the look over the shoulder, just to make sure before he goes in. Look how quickly it takes effect too. Yeah, Polymac at the Sphere.
Particle Land.
Damn right, kids. Damn right. Hey, proceed at your own. And Stevie B. Stevie B, thank you. And thank you, Corinne. And thank you, Pine Needle. And thank you, Scarlet Fire. All of y'all. We freaking love you guys, man. Thank you for coming every day. It means so much to us. And there's no show without you guys. So continue to come. We'll keep doing shows. It's as simple as that. Have a great Tuesday. Enjoy the games tonight. Go Jordan Hicks. Straighten that shit out. Go Jordan Hicks. Tony, enjoy the basketball games. I'm saying I think the Ant-Man might give the Lakers another slap tonight. I don't know. I just feel it could become a 2-0 situation. We'll talk about that on Thursday. No show tomorrow night. It's a getaway day for Polymac flying to Vegas, getting ready for the Dead at the Sphere. Creative Tony will be running amok at the Bill Graham Civic, ordering pies from Longbridge, hopefully, before you go into the show. And aside from that, next time we talk, I'll be coming at you live from Las Vegas. Tony, have a great Tuesday. Steal that lush tropical painting. I want to see more of that. Just steal it if you have to. I don't care. Just throw it in the trunk of your car and drive away. You'll never know.
Wallpaper. I'm going to grab some wallpaper. I'm going to look into it.
You know what I found out when you got to liberate things, and I have liberated a few things in my life. You just got to act like it's meant to be. Just like take it off the wall and walk out with it. Dude, that's all.
On the way out here, Wally, when they walked me into this room, I was like, "Oh, this is perfect."
It is. It really is. I dig the white robe too. You look good today, Tony. All right. God love all of you guys. Be safe. Be well. We'll see you Thursday in Vegas. Tony, have a good show. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.